Jisoo closed her small gym for the night. Her muscles ached after a long day of teaching martial arts. At 24, she was one of the youngest taekwondo instructors in Seoul with her own studio. Small, but hers. "See you tomorrow," she called to the cleaning lady as she locked the front door. The walk to her apartment took 10 minutes. The cool night air felt good on her skin. Jisoo lived alone in a tiny one-room apartment. It wasn't much, but the rent was cheap, and she could save money for a bigger gym someday. She heated leftover rice and vegetables in her microwave and ate while watching fighting videos on her laptop. Jisoo studied every movement. Learning was her passion. She had black belts in Taekwondo and Hapkido, but wanted to learn more styles. After a quick shower, Jisoo fell into bed. Sleep came fast. A strange light woke her. Blue-green, it shined through her window and filled the small room. Jisoo sat up, confused. Was it a police light? A helicopter? The light grew brighter. Her skin tingled. The air felt heavy, like before a storm. "What's happening?" she whispered. Her door remained closed, but something was in the room with her. The air moved in a way that wasn't natural. Jisoo's training kicked in. She rolled off the bed and took a fighting stance. That's when she saw them. Two tall figures, at least 7 feet tall. Their skin looked like dark leather, with scales that caught the blue-green light. They had long arms with too many joints. Their faces reminded Jisoo of lizards, with vertical pupils and yellow eyes. "Who are you? What do you want?" Jisoo demanded, trying to hide her fear. The creatures made clicking sounds to each other. One raised the small device. Jisoo launched a kick at its arm, but her foot passed through it like it wasn't solid. "A hologram," she gasped. Pain shot through her neck. The second creature had moved behind her somehow and pressed something cold against her skin. Jisoo's legs gave out. The room spun around her. "No," she tried to say, but her mouth wouldn't work. Her eyes closed against her will. Jisoo woke on a cold metal floor. Her head pounded. Her mouth felt dry. She opened her eyes slowly, afraid of what she might see. She lay in a small cell. 3 walls were solid metal. The fourth was clear, like glass but thicker. Beyond it was a corridor with more cells. Jisoo stood up carefully. Her legs shook. She wore the same t-shirt and shorts she had slept in. The cell had nothing in it except a small hole in the floor that she guessed was a toilet. "Hello," she called. "Is anyone there?" Movement caught her eye. One of the lizard creatures walked down the corridor. It stopped to look at her. Its yellow eyes blinked sideways. "Where am I? Why did you take me?" Jisoo demanded. The creature made those clicking sounds again. It pressed something on its wrist, and a flat voice came out. "Human female. Age, approximately 20 to 30 Earth cycles. Physical condition, below average for arena combat. Threat level, minimal." The creature seemed disappointed. It made more clicking sounds. Then the voice translated again. "Another weak specimen. Humans continue to disappoint. Perhaps this one will last longer than the male." "Male? You have other humans." Jisoo pressed her hands against the clear wall. "Please, tell me what's happening." The creature ignored her and walked away. Jisoo sank to the floor. Her mind raced. Arena combat. Other humans? Where was she? In the next cell, something moved. A large shape with blue fur and 6 limbs watched her with 3 dark eyes. Jisoo realized the truth then. She wasn't on Earth anymore. These weren't people in costumes or some strange government experiment. She had been taken by aliens. And they wanted her to fight. Jisoo had 5 days to prepare for her first match. The Varric moved her to a small room with a hard bed and access to the training area. Taiho explained that new fighters got basic training before their first fight. It made for a better show. On the first day, Jisoo examined the weapons. Most were too heavy for her, designed for creatures with more strength, more arms, or different body shapes. "These are useless to me," she told Taiho, putting down a sword that weighed as much as she did. Try these, he suggested, showing her a rack of smaller weapons. Some fighters from smaller species use these. Jisoo found a pair of metal batons that felt right in her hands. They reminded her of the short sticks she had trained with in Hapkido. Good choice, said a deep voice behind her. It was Hack, watching from the doorway. Light. Fast. Good for human. Thank you, Jisoo said. Can you tell me about the arena? What should I expect? Hack walked to a screen on the wall and pressed some buttons. Videos played of different matches. Jisoo watched carefully, studying the movements of the fighters, the layout of the arena, the reactions of the crowd. First match always hard, Hack said. They pair new fighters against experienced ones. For entertainment. That's not fair, Jisoo said. Hack made that grinding stone laugh again. Arena not fair. Life not fair, but smart fighter finds advantage. Jisoo nodded. What will my opponent be like? Don't know yet, but watch this. Hack showed her more videos. Learn different species. Every fighter has weakness. For the next 3 days, Jisoo trained harder than ever before. She woke early and practiced with her Bakemans. She ran laps around the training area to build endurance. She studied videos of past matches until she could predict the fighters' moves. Other fighters watched her with amusement. Look at the little soft skin, one said. It had 6 arms and green skin covered in slime. Trying so hard just to die. Humans, another sneered. This one looked like a giant insect with sharp mandibles. No armor, no natural weapons. Why do the Varric even bother? Jisoo ignored them. She focused on her training, adding elements of Taekwondo and Hapkido to her practice with the Baekans. She created a fighting style that used her human agility and flexibility. On the 4th day, Taiho brought news. Your opponent will be a Drox warrior. 4 arms, tough skin like armor, and poisonous claws. Jisoo swallowed hard. Poisonous. Yes, but slow. They rely on strength, not speed. Jisoo requested videos of all previous Drox matches. She watched them all night, studying how they moved, where they were vulnerable. The joints, she noticed. Their armor doesn't cover their joints well. On the final day before her match, Jisoo practiced hitting specific targets. She imagined the Drox's joints, the spots between armor plates, the eyes. Hack watched her from across the room. Later, he approached with a small container. Put on skin before fight, he said, handing it to her. Makes human sweat smell bad to Drox. Distracts them. Jisoo took it gratefully. Why are you helping me? Hack was quiet for a moment. Long ago, met human fighter. Brave. Smart. Survived many matches. Respect humans now. What happened to that fighter? Die helping others escape. Hack touched a scar on his face. Good death. Honorable. Jisoo nodded, understanding the message. Survival wasn't just about strength. That night, she couldn't sleep. Tomorrow she would enter the arena. Tomorrow she would fight for her life. But Jisoo wasn't going to die. She had a plan. The arena was larger than Jisoo expected. A round space about 100 feet across, with high walls. Above the walls, thousands of alien creatures sat in seats, watching and making loud noises. The floor was covered in red sand. Jisoo stood at one entrance, wearing light armor the Varric had given her. It was still too big. She held her metal batons tightly. Her heart beat fast, but her mind was clear. Tahoe stood beside her, looking worried. Remember, 3 bells means fight to the death. Listen for the bells. I remember, Jisoo said. She had applied Hack's special cream to her skin. It made her smell strange, but if it would help against the Drox, she didn't care. A loud voice boomed through the arena. The translator on Jisoo's wrist converted it to Korean. Today's opening match, a new human fighter against Krull, veteran of 12 victories. The crowd roared. Most seemed excited to see a human die. 3 bells rang. Jisoo's stomach dropped. A death match. The opposite door opened. Kroll, the Drox warrior, entered. He was 7 feet tall with dark red skin that looked like armor plates. 4 muscular arms ended in clawed hands. His face was flat with small black eyes and a mouth full of sharp teeth. Kroll raised all 4 arms, and the crowd cheered louder. He looked at Jisoo and made a sound like laughter. "Begin," the announcer called. Kroll charged forward. Jisoo didn't run. She couldn't outrun him. Instead, she stood her ground until the last second, then dropped and rolled to the side. The Drox's momentum carried him past her. He turned, surprised that she had moved so quickly. "Stand still, human," he growled, the translator making his words sound flat. Jisoo didn't reply. She moved in a circle, keeping distance between them. The crowd started to boo. They wanted blood quickly, not a chase. Kroll charged again. This time, Jisoo waited until he was close, then jumped and used his own shoulder as a step to vault over him. As she passed over his head, she struck hard at the joint where his upper right arm connected to his shoulder. The baton hit its mark. Kroll roared in pain. One arm hung looser than before. The crowd went quiet for a moment, then started making new noises. They hadn't expected the human to land a hit. Jisoo kept moving. She was already sweating from effort and fear. The smell of her sweat, changed by Hack's cream, reached the Drox. He shook his head as if confused. "What trick is this?" he growled, sniffing the air. Jisoo used his distraction. She darted in close and struck at the back of his knee joint. Kroll's leg buckled. He swung wildly with his 3 good arms, but Jisoo was already gone. The crowd was changing. Some were cheering now. The unexpected challenge made the fight more exciting. Kroll was angry. He charged again, faster this time. One claw caught Jisoo's arm, tearing her armor and scratching her skin. She felt a burning sensation. The poison. "You feel it now, human." Kroll laughed. "Soon you won't be able to move." Jisoo knew she had to end the fight quickly. The poison wouldn't kill her immediately, but it would slow her down. She pretended to stumble. Kroll saw his chance and lunged. At the last second, Jisoo dropped to the ground and thrust both batons upward with all her strength, hitting the unprotected area under his jaw. Kroll's head snapped back. He fell to his knees, stunned. Jisoo didn't hesitate. She jumped on his back and struck repeatedly at the base of his skull until Kroll collapsed face down in the red sand. The arena went silent, then erupted in chaos. A human had won. The impossible had happened. After her first victory, everything changed for Jisoo. The Varric moved her to better quarters with a real bed and clean water. They treated her wound from Kroll's poison claw. The doctor seemed surprised. "Human healing is fast," the alien doctor said. "Most species would still be sick from Drox poison." Jisoo didn't feel special. She felt sore and tired, but she was alive. Taiho visited her that evening. His eyes were wide with excitement. "Everyone is talking about you, a human defeating a Drox champion. The Varric are confused and angry. They lost a lot of money on betting." "Good," Jisoo said. "What happens now?" "You'll fight again in 7 days. The crowds want to see you." Taiho smiled. "Some are calling you the Beast of Earth because you fought like an animal." Jisoo didn't like the name, but it was better than being dead. Later that week, Hack found her in the training area. The big alien nodded with respect. "Good fight. Smart tactics. Thank you for your help," Jisoo said. "The cream worked well." Hack leaned closer. "Next opponent will be Morg. 6 legs. Fast. Spits acid." Jisoo's heart sank. "Acid? Yes. But bad eyesight. Relies on heat sensors and antennae." Hack pointed to his head. "Break those. Morg is blind." Jisoo nodded. "Why do you keep helping me?" Hack was quiet for a moment. Arena needs change. Too much death. Not enough honor. He looked at Jisoo. You fight different. Smart. With purpose. Others notice. Over the next month, Jisoo fought 3 more times. She defeated Morg by breaking his heat-sensing antennae and then landing a knockout blow to his head. She won against a floating jellyfish creature by using the arena walls to trap it. Her toughest fight was against twin fighters who attacked together, but she used their aggression against them, making them crash into each other. The crowds began to cheer for her. The Varric started promoting her matches heavily, calling her the Beast of Earth in all their announcements. Jisoo hated the name but used it to her advantage. She acted wild and unpredictable before fights, making her opponents nervous. After her 4th victory, Jisoo gained status as a regular fighter. This meant she no longer had to fight to the death. Her matches would end with submission or knockout. More humans appeared in the training area. The Varric were capturing them specifically now, hoping to find more fighters like Jisoo. She felt sick about this but couldn't stop it. One day, Jisoo found a small device under her pillow. It had a screen with writing in Korean. Your fights are being broadcast across many worlds. Earth now knows about the illegal Varric arena. Help is coming. Stay alive. You are not alone. D. Jisoo hid the device. Who was D? Another human working with the Varric. Someone outside trying to help. She didn't know who to trust. In the training room the next day, Jisoo noticed a new fighter watching her. He looked like a Varric but smaller, with different colored scales. When no one was looking, he made a gesture that seemed familiar. A human thumb-up sign. Before Jisoo could approach him, Taeho rushed in with urgent news. The arena masters have scheduled a special event, he said, breathless. You're going to fight in the champion's ring. Against who? Jisoo asked, though she already knew the answer. Taeho's face was pale. Against Hack. 3 days from now. The whole galaxy will be watching. Jisoo couldn't sleep. Fighting Hack felt wrong. He had helped her survive. How could she fight him now? During training the next day, she tried to speak with Hack, but guards always stayed close. The Varric were taking no chances with their special event. That night, the strange Varric-like fighter appeared at her door. He looked nervous. I need to speak with you, he said in perfect Korean. My name is Da. Jisoo tensed, ready to fight. Who are you really? You're not a Varric. I am human, he said. He touched his face, and the scales seemed to ripple. This is a disguise. Advanced technology. You sent me the message, Jisoo asked. The one signed D. Dae nodded. I've infiltrated the Varric operation. Earth needs you alive. Jisoo. Earth. What does Earth have to do with this? Dae sat down and spoke quietly. 6 months ago, Earth made first contact with the Galactic Union. We learned we are not alone in the universe. The Union has laws against slavery and forced combat, but the Varric ignore these laws in remote sectors. Jisoo tried to process this. So Earth knows about us. About the arena. Yes, your fights are famous now. The Varric don't realize that their broadcasts reach Earth through Union channels. Da smiled. You've become a symbol, Jisoo, the human who wouldn't die, who fights with honor and skill. Can Earth help us? Get us out? A rescue mission is being planned, but it's complicated. This arena ship moves constantly. We need time to track it and prepare. Dad leaned closer. Your fight with Hack is important. It will be the most watched event in years. All attention will be on you. I can't kill Hack, Jisoo said firmly. You won't have to. Listen carefully. Da explained his plan. Hack was already part of it. They would make the fight look real, but neither would kill the other. The fight would be so impressive that the Varric would want to keep both fighters alive for future matches. After the fight, you'll gain more access and privileges. Use them. We need you to learn the ship's layout, security systems, guard schedules. Can you do that? Jisoo nodded. How many humans are here now? 27 that we know of, plus others from protected Union species. Over 200 captives total. Dai stood up. I have to go. Remember, make the fight look good, but stay alive. After Dai left, Jisoo found another device under her pillow. This one showed images, pictures of Earth, news stories about alien contact, and something that made her gasp. Her own family, holding her photo, asking the world for help finding her. They hadn't forgotten her. Earth was looking for her. The day before her fight with Hack, Jisoo was allowed to see him briefly. Guards watched from a distance. Big fight tomorrow, Hack said loudly for the guards to hear. Then, very quietly, trust plan. Both survive. Yes, big fight, Jisoo replied. May the best fighter win. She whispered, I understand. No killing. That night, Taiho brought disturbing news. I overheard the arena masters talking, he said, voice shaking. After your fight with Hack, they plan to take you to the medical lab. They want to study why humans are stronger than they thought. Study how? Jisoo asked. Taiho looked sick. They want to try to make more fighters like you. They mentioned cloning, and he couldn't finish. Jisoo felt cold fear. The plan with Dai and Hack might not be enough. The Varric wouldn't let her go, even if she survived the fight. She had to be ready for anything tomorrow. The arena would be her battlefield, but this time, she wasn't just fighting for herself. The day of the fight arrived. The arena was packed with more creatures than Jisoo had ever seen. The viewing platforms extended higher than usual, filled with important-looking Varric in special clothes. Jisoo stood in the preparation room, holding her metal batons. They felt too light for fighting Hack. She had seen him break bones with a single punch. Taiho helped her with her armor. The whole galaxy is watching today, he whispered, even Earth. Jisoo thought of her family watching. Did they know it was her? Would they recognize her now, thinner and harder-faced after months of fighting? Remember what we discussed, Jisoo said quietly. After the fight, be ready. Taiho nodded. He had agreed to help, though he was clearly scared. The call came. Jisoo walked through the tunnel toward the arena. The crowd noise was deafening. At the opposite entrance, she saw Hack. He looked massive in his battle armor, carrying a heavy club in one hand. Today's special event. The announcer's voice boomed. The Beast of Earth versus the Mountain of Ravax. Human against Cronin. Speed against strength. Who will survive? 2 bells rang. Jisoo breathed easier. Not a death match. The fight would end with submission or knockout. Begin, the announcer shouted. Jisoo circled carefully. Hack swung his club in wide arcs, keeping her at a distance. They had planned this opening. Stay apart. Show caution. Build tension. After a minute, Jisoo darted in, striking at Hack's knee joint before rolling away. The crowd cheered. Hack roared convincingly, though she had barely touched him. The fight continued this way for several minutes. Jisoo would dash in, land light blows, and escape before Hack could catch her. Hack would occasionally swing close enough to look dangerous, but never connect fully. The crowd was loving it. The Varric Arena Masters watched with greedy eyes as the fight stretched on, far longer and more dramatic than most arena battles. Then came the planned turning point. Jisoo pretended to slip in the sand. Hack brought his club down hard, missing her by inches. The club stuck in the ground, and Jisoo used it as a ramp, running up its length to leap onto Hack's shoulders. She wrapped her legs around his thick neck and began striking at his head with her batons. Not hard enough to cause real damage, but it looked spectacular. Hack spun around, trying to throw her off. He grabbed at her legs but couldn't reach. The crowd was on their feet, screaming with excitement. Finally, Hack dropped to his knees and fell forward. Jisoo rolled away at the last second. Both fighters lay in the sand, breathing hard. The arena went silent. Would either get up? Slowly, Jisoo pushed herself to her feet. Her body ached from the effort of the performance. Hack remained down, but she could see him breathing. The crowd erupted in the loudest cheer yet. Jisoo had beaten the legendary Hack. The human had defeated one of the greatest arena champions. The announcer could barely be heard over the noise. The beast of earth wins. Unprecedented. Remarkable. Guards entered to escort Jisoo out and to check on Hack. As she passed him, Hack whispered a single word. Tonight. Back in her quarters, Jisoo was visited by the head arena master, a Varric with gold scales and jeweled eyes. Impressive performance, human, he said through his translator. You have earned special status, champion quarters, better food, and privileges. Jisoo bowed her head, hiding her true feelings. Thank you, master. Rest now. Tomorrow we have special plans for you. The Varric's smile showed rows of sharp teeth. Very special plans. After he left, Jisoo found a new message device under her pillow. Ship security changes at midnight. Be ready. D. Tonight, Jisoo realized. Whatever Dai and Hack had planned would happen tonight. Before the Varric could take her to their labs, Jisoo was moved to the champion quarters. The room was larger with a soft bed and private washing area. Under normal circumstances, she would have enjoyed the comfort. But tonight, she stayed alert, waiting. At exactly midnight, her door slid open. Dai stood there in his Varric disguise, with Taiho behind him. Quickly, Dai whispered, "We don't have much time." Jisoo followed them through dimly lit corridors. The security cameras were off. "Where are we going?" she asked. "The control center first," Dad explained, "then to free the other fighters." They reached a small room filled with screens showing different parts of the ship. Hack was already there, along with two unconscious Varric guards. "Good fight," Hack said to Jisoo with his grinding stone laugh. Very convincing. Day sat at the control panel and began working quickly. Earth forces are approaching in stealth ships. We need to disable security and open the docking bay for them. How many fighters can we free? Jisoo asked. All of them, Taiho said with determination. No one should be forced to fight for entertainment. Day handed Jisoo a small device. This will open any cell door. Take this corridor to Sector 4. Free as many fighters as you can. Tell them to go to the main arena. It's the largest space for gathering. Jisoo nodded. What about the Varric guards? Most are at the celebration feast after your fight, Hack said. Skeleton crew tonight. Jisoo and Taiho moved through the corridors carefully. They'd reached Sector 4 where many fighters were held. Using Da's device, they opened cell after cell. You're free, Jisoo told each fighter. Go to the main arena. Stay together. Help is coming. Some fighters hugged her in gratitude. Others simply ran. A few stayed to help free more cells. They had freed almost everyone when alarms suddenly blared. A Varric voice came over the speakers. Security breach. All guards to containment areas. Fighters escaping. They discovered us, Taiho said, voice shaking. We need to hurry. They ran to the final section, where the newest captives were kept. Jisoo gasped when she saw them. 6 humans, recently captured, looking terrified. We're here to help, she said in Korean. We're getting everyone out. As they freed the last prisoners, 5 Varric guards appeared at the end of the corridor. They carried shock staffs and looked angry. Go! Jisoo pushed Taiho and the freed humans toward the other exit. Get to the arena. Jisoo faced the guards alone, her metal batons ready. The first guard charged. Jisoo ducked under his staff and struck his knee joint. The guard fell. The second and third came together. Jisoo rolled between them, making them crash into each other. The fourth guard caught her with a glancing blow. Pain shot through her shoulder. Jisoo stumbled but kept fighting. She couldn't fail now. Suddenly Hack appeared behind the guards. With 2 mighty swings of his club, He knocked the remaining guards unconscious. "Thought you might need help," he said. "Perfect timing." Jisoo panted. They hurried to the main arena. Hundreds of freed fighters gathered there, nervous and excited. Dai stood on a platform, directing them. "Earth forces will arrive in 10 minutes, he told Jisoo. "But the Varric have called for reinforcements. We need to hold this position." Jisoo climbed onto the platform. The fighters fell silent, watching the small human who had defeated champions. "I know you're scared," she said, her translator broadcasting in multiple languages. "But tonight we fight for freedom, not entertainment. Together, we are stronger than the Varric." A cheer rose from the crowd. Fighters began preparing barricades at the arena entrances. Taiho approached with disturbing news. "The arena masters are planning something. They've activated the emergency protocols." "What does that mean?" Jisoo asked. His face was grim. "They're going to flood the arena with sleeping gas, then recapture everyone." Jisoo looked at the ceiling vents. Their time was running out. "We need to block the vents," Jisoo shouted, pointing at the ceiling. Taller fighters immediately began climbing on each other's shoulders to reach them. Day ran to Jisoo with an urgent look. "The Varric leader has called for his personal champion to deal with us." "Who is that?" Jisoo asked. "A genetically modified Varric warrior. Twice as big, twice as strong. He's never lost a fight." Dai handed Jisoo a small device. "This controls the arena broadcasting system. If Earth forces can't reach us in time, use it. Show the galaxy what's happening here." The main doors to the arena burst open. 20 Varric guards stormed in, led by a massive figure. The Varric champion stood 9 feet tall with black scales and red eyes. He carried a weapon that looked like a cross between a sword and an energy staff. "Surrender the human female," the champion demanded. "The rest may return to their cells unharmed." "Lies," Hack growled. "They will punish all." The freed fighters formed a protective circle around Jisoo. For months or years, they had been enemies in the arena. Now they stood together. "We need time," Da whispered. "Earth forces are having trouble docking. The Varric have activated shields." Jisoo stepped forward through the circle of fighters. "I'll face him. It will buy us time." "Jisoo, no." Taiho protested. "He'll kill you." But Jisoo was already walking toward the champion. The other fighters moved to the edges of the arena, creating space for the fight. "So you are the human who thinks she can challenge the Varric," the champion said. "I will make your death painful." Jisoo didn't respond. She circled carefully, her batons ready. The champion was fast despite his size. His first swing missed Jisoo by inches. She struck at his leg, but her baton bounced off his armor. The champion laughed. "I am not like the others you fought, human." Jisoo kept moving, looking for weaknesses. There seemed to be none. His armor covered all joint areas. His reach was longer. His strength was greater. The fight continued for several minutes. Jisoo avoided his attacks but couldn't land effective blows. She was tiring. A glancing hit caught her side, sending her rolling across the sand. As she stood up, she noticed something. The champion always protected his chest, where a small red light glowed beneath his armor. Jisoo changed tactics. She allowed the champion to drive her back toward the arena wall. When her back hit the wall, the champion raised his weapon for a killing blow. Jisoo dropped to the ground and rolled between his legs. Before he could turn, she leaped onto his back and jammed both batons into the seam of his armor at his shoulders. The armor plates separated slightly. Jisoo drove her hand into the opening and grabbed the glowing device on his chest. She pulled it free. The champion froze mid-motion, then collapsed to the ground. A control device. He was partly machine. The arena erupted in cheers. Jisoo ran to the control panel where Dai had been working. Using the champion's device, she unlocked the broadcasting controls. "Show everything," she told Dai. "Let the galaxy see." The arena screens lit up, broadcasting their situation to millions of viewers across space. Jisoo spoke directly to the cameras in Korean, knowing Earth would translate. This is a call for help. I am Jisoo from Earth. The Varric have captured beings from many worlds for illegal fighting. We need. A massive explosion shook the ship. The main wall of the arena tore open. Through the hole came armed figures in spacesuits with Earth symbols. Earth Special Forces. Their leader called. We're here to extract all prisoners. More explosions followed. Alarms blared throughout the ship. The Varric guards began to retreat. Jisoo felt tears in her eyes as she saw the Earth soldiers. Home. They had come for her. For all of them. Taeho grabbed her hand. You did it, Jisoo. You saved everyone. As Earth forces secured the arena and began evacuating the freed fighters, Jisoo stood with Hak and Dae, watching. What will you do now? She asked Hak. The big alien looked at the stars visible through the hole in the arena wall. Find home. Live free. He turned to Jisoo. What will Beast of Earth do? Jisoo smiled. I'm not a beast. I'm human, and I'm going home.